In the early 2000s, one company ruled the mobile phone industry. Its phones were everywhere. In homes, in offices, in schools. If you owned a phone, there was a high chance it was made by Nokia. The company was so powerful that it once controlled nearly half of the global phone market. But then, everything collapsed. Today, Nokia is no longer the king of mobile phones. So what happened? How did the world's biggest phone company lose everything? This is the story of Nokia's rise and its shocking fall. Nokia's story actually began long before mobile phones existed. The company was founded in 1865 in Finland. But it didn't start as a tech company. In fact, Nokia originally operated as a paper mill business. Over the years, the company expanded into different industries like rubber products, cables and electronics. Eventually, Nokia entered telecommunications. And that decision changed everything. During the 1990s, mobile phones started becoming popular around the world. Nokia moved fast. Very fast. Their phones became known for three things: strong battery life, durability, and simplicity. Phones like the Nokia 3310 became legendary. People joked that the phone could survive anything. And honestly, they weren't wrong. Nokia phones were almost indestructible. By the early 2000s, Nokia dominated the market. The company became the largest mobile phone manufacturer on Earth. At one point, Nokia controlled over 40% of the global phone market. That level of dominance was almost unbelievable. The company was making billions and everything looked unstoppable. But behind the scenes, problems were already growing. Nokia became too comfortable. The company believed its success would last forever. Executives focused heavily on improving old-style phones instead of preparing for the future. Then, in 2007, everything changed. Apple introduced the iPhone. The smartphone era had officially begun. Unlike traditional phones, the iPhone focused on touch screens, apps, internet browsing, and software experience. This completely changed what customers wanted, but Nokia didn't react quickly enough. The company underestimated Apple, and that mistake became fatal. As Apple grew stronger and another threat appeared again. Android. Google allowed phone companies like Samsung to use Android software for free. Samsung moved aggressively into smartphones. Their devices improved rapidly. Meanwhile, Nokia was still struggling with outdated software systems. Its operating system, Symbian, started feeling old and slow compared to iPhone and Android devices. Customers noticed and they began leaving Nokia. Things became worse inside the company. Reports suggested there was internal confusion, slow decision-making, and fear among employees. Some executives knew Nokia was falling behind. But the company reacted too slowly. Eventually, Nokia partnered with Microsoft in an attempt to survive. They launched Windows phones, but it was too late. Consumers had already moved to Android and iPhone devices. Nokia's market share collapsed. Profits disappeared. And in 2013, Microsoft bought Nokia's mobile phone business. For many people, it felt unbelievable. The company that once dominated the world had fallen. Nokia failed for several reasons. First, the company became too comfortable with success. Second, it underestimated major competitors like Apple and Samsung. Third, it failed to adapt quickly to smartphones and modern software. And finally, internal problems slowed down innovation. In business, being successful today does not guarantee survival tomorrow. Nokia's story is one of the biggest business lessons in history. No company stays on top forever. Technology changes quickly. And companies that refuse to adapt eventually get replaced. Nokia once ruled the mobile world. But innovation never waits. Even though Nokia no longer dominates smartphones, its legacy still remains. Millions of people still remember their first Nokia phone, and the company's rise and fall remains one of the most important lessons in business history. If you enjoyed this documentary, subscribe to African Empire for more stories about the rise and fall of global companies, billionaires, and business empires. Thank you.